Hey, so I have today a new friend. This is Marcela. One of the things you told me today was your story of how you met Jesus, and I know that it would bless the people in our world. Could you share that with me again?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I came to Christ when I was 25 years old. I grew up in a non-Christian home, and at college I met a Christian friend. I was curious because that was totally unknown world for me, and she shared Jesus with me. At that time, I was searching like meaning of my life. What's the purpose? Why I'm here? What should I do?
And this is communist ruled.
Yes, that was during the communist Czechoslovakia, and maybe that was just basically my question. And at the beginning, I didn't think Christianity would have an answer for me. Maybe for other people, but not for me. But later, I met some other Christians. I was invited to a discussion group. They prayed for me. They asked that Jesus so that Marcela can get to know him. And that really touched me. And they gave me a book. And the book was called Johnny. The author was Johnny Erickson Tada, and I wrote it. And I didn't understand everything, but I understood that she was seeking for meaning of her life in that situation. And at the end, she shared that she found her purpose for life. So I had an idea, if that God exists and can do this, that must be something really powerful.
Wow.
And a year after I read the book, I learned that Johnny is coming to Brno, to my city where I live in the Czech Republic. And so I really wanted to know her, to meet her. And I went to the first meeting with her, and she spoke about Jesus, that Jesus is hope for our life. I knew I needed hope, but I couldn't understand how that Jesus who lived 2,000 years ago can be hope for my life.
Yes.
Yeah. And at the end of the meeting, she asked everybody to be quiet and to pray for something that's really important for their lives. And maybe that was the moment when I prayed for the first time. And I told Jesus, if you do exist, reveal yourself to me. And then I left the meeting, and I was like, oh, maybe what are you looking for? Maybe there is nothing more. You are healthy, successful, young woman with career. What are you looking for? There was an empty space in my life, and I couldn't understand it. And at that moment, I met a guy who shared the gospel with me. And it clicked.
Wow.
It clicked. But that evening I told him, you won't get me. Yeah. But the next day there was another meeting with Johnny, and I went there again. And she told a story. And from the beginning of the story, I had a feeling that she is talking to me. And there were a lot of people. It was a big audience there. And I had a feeling if no one understood, I could understand. And when there was an invitation to invite Jesus, to ask him to come to my life, I did it. And I felt peace immediately, relief. And after that, I remembered the prayer 24 hours before. And I knew that he loves me, he cared for me, he's with me. And I was lucky. I was discipled in a group. And from the first moment, it was clear to me that somebody talked to me about Jesus, so that I need to tell the others.
Yes.
So, yeah. So it was from the beginning. It was really important to me to share my faith with other people.
Yes.
Because it really changed my life.
That's right. That's how you got to know Jesus. So you've always known to share your faith. You've been active in sharing your faith. And if we rolled the clock forward, or move the clock forward to today, what does that look like for you in your life now? How do you go about making disciples? What's that all about?
Yeah, so I'm just living normal life and sharing wherever I see the opportunity. And so I share, I'm an English teacher, so I share with my students, with my neighbors, with my friends, with my colleagues. Yeah, and what we do, we invite them for Discovery Bible Study.
Brilliant.
To our house, and they don't need a church to be saved. They need Jesus. And people in the Czech Republic don't want to go to church.
True.
So we invite them to our living room and invite Jesus to be among us. And he promised that he is where 2 or 3 people gather in his name. He's there. So we could see several people got saved on our sofa in our living room. And that was a proof that it works.
Yeah.
And that's how we do it.
Wow.
Pretty simple.
Yes, it's so simple. It's so being used by God, and it's right for the time, isn't it? And keep going, Marcela. You're doing a beautiful job, and I know that this will be a huge encouragement. And even just knowing that it's the same Discovery Bible Study, same as what we're using, telling your testimony, sharing the gospel. We use the 3 circles. Yes. Do you use the 3 circles at all?
Yes, we use 3 circles, or we have an illustration of a bridge over a gap.
Yes.
Yes, so we use both.
Both of those. They're both great, aren't they?
And we really know that God wants everybody to get to know him, to celebrate him, to have a relationship with him.
Yeah.
So, so we would like to give opportunity to everyone in the Czech Republic to hear about Jesus and to have opportunity to make decision for him, and there will be no place left. And we believe that he can do it through us here and now.
Amen.
Yeah, and hopefully he can do it through you. Wherever you are, he can do it now. And
Amen.
What did I miss?
That's it.